So we talked about grace. We need to talk about who God actually is. Because a lot of people are confused about God. Like, some people say he's holy but he's strict. And some people say he's fully loving and affirming. And some people think that the God of the Old Testament is different from the present one, like Jesus. So the question is, does the Bible present a consistent God or a bipolar one? Now, is the God of the Bible united? Well, let's start off with Deuteronomy 6, verse 4. It says right here, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one." So, this doesn't just mean that there's only one God. While it means that, it also means that God is undivided in character. So, it's not like he's loving in this moment and then he's cruel the next day. This is the Christian claim. He is one character expressed through different attributes. Sometimes he shows his justice more clearly, sometimes his love more clearly, sometimes his compassion more clearly, but it never contradicts. But it kind of leads to a deeper question. How do we know that God is good? Because we say that a lot, right? But we see God's attributes through his actions. So it's not like we say God is love for no reason, because God's action highlight a certain attribute over the other. So, for example, how do we know that God is loving? He sent his only son to suffer and die for us. How do we know that he's just? Jesus on his second day is gonna judge. And how do we know that he's merciful? He provides rain for both the unrighteous and the righteous. This is why God is not one-dimensional. I mean, if he is, then is he really God? That's why we can see God being simultaneously holy, loving, just, and merciful, all at the same time. We can see this in Exodus 34, verse 6 to 7. It says right here, the Lord, the compassionate and gracious God, slow to anger, abounding in love and faithfulness, maintaining love to thousands, and forgiving wickedness, rebellion, and sin. Yet he does not leave the guilty unpunished. He punishes the children and their children for the sin of the parents to the third and fourth generation. So, God is not a one-note character. He has real depth, you guys. And that depth is fully expressed through Jesus Christ, because he made all the invisible qualities of God into visible actions. So it may seem obvious, but we need to ask, why did Jesus become Jesus? Well, Christians claim that he is the clearest revelation of God's character. Check Colossians 1, verse 15. It says right here, "The Son is the image of the invisible God." So, before Jesus came, many people were still in mystery about God. It was partially revealed. So, God was like an abstract concept to people. But now, he has fully revealed himself and his plan, and he is not hiding anything. Let's conclude. What is God's character? First, he is one in character and essence. Second, he expresses his character through his actions. And third, Jesus is the ultimate expression of God. There is a little problem that's making some of us blind to how good God is. Next episode, we're going to talk about what really broke us. It's sin.